Welcome to Business Technology Platform Security Fundamentals. Security protects your organization's critical assets in the cloud. This means implementing measures to safeguard your valuable data and applications hosted online. For instance, it ensures only authorized employees can access sensitive customer financial records stored in BTP. By doing this, you maintain trust and operational integrity for your business in the digital landscape. It builds trust between you, your customers, and SAP. This means all parties can confidently rely on secure systems and data handling. For example, when you securely process customer data in BTP, they trust your service and SAP's platform. This foundation of security ensures everyone operates with confidence and reliability. We will explore why security matters and how BTP keeps you safe. This means understanding risks and BTP's built-in protections. For example, when an employee accesses HR data, BTP verifies their identity and encrypts the information. These continuous safeguards ensure your applications and data remain protected against threats. Why cloud security is essential for your enterprise? Your applications and data live in the cloud. This means they are stored and run on remote servers you access over the internet, not on local computers. For example, your business's customer records are hosted by a cloud provider, not in your office. Therefore, securing this environment is essential to protect your valuable digital assets. Security prevents unauthorized access and data loss. This means keeping your information safe from people who shouldn't see it and stopping it from being accidentally deleted or stolen. For example, a company uses login controls so only authorized employees can view customer financial records. Strong security is essential for protecting sensitive business and customer information. It ensures your business can run safely and reliably. This means your company's daily operations are protected from threats and function without interruption. For example, a secure cloud prevents unauthorized access to your customer data, avoiding breaches. This foundational security allows you to focus on growth with confidence. Good security protects your company's reputation. This means preventing incidents that could make customers lose trust in your business. For instance, if a data breach leaks customer information, it can damage your brand's image and deter future clients. Ultimately, maintaining strong security is essential for preserving customer confidence and loyalty. Meet the Business Technology Platform Security Model. BTP has built-in security features to protect your work. This means the platform automatically includes tools like encryption and access controls, so your applications and data are secure from the start. For instance, when you deploy an app, user access is managed through predefined roles, preventing unauthorized entry. This built-in approach ensures your projects remain protected without extra configuration. It covers identity management, data protection, and access control. This means the system verifies who you are, safeguards your information, and manages what you are allowed to do. For example, a manager can access employee salary data, but a regular employee cannot. This layered approach ensures comprehensive protection for all your applications and data. Security works at multiple levels for comprehensive protection. This means BTP secures your applications through distinct layers like identity, network, and data controls, each adding a defense barrier. For instance, a retail app uses user authentication, encrypts payment data, and isolates its network. This layered approach ensures threats are stopped before reaching critical assets. You do not need to build everything from scratch. This means BTP provides pre-built security services you can use directly instead of coding your own. For instance, use the identity authentication service for user logins rather than creating your own login system. Leveraging these ready-made components saves significant time and effort. Understanding shared security responsibility. SAP manages security of the cloud platform. This means SAP protects the underlying infrastructure, like data centers and network controls. For example, SAP ensures data centers have 24/7 surveillance and firewalls to block unauthorized access. You can confidently build and run applications knowing SAP secures the foundation. You manage security in the cloud for your applications. This means you are responsible for securing the custom applications you build and deploy on SAP BTP. For instance, you must implement proper user authentication and authorization checks within your app. Remember, securing your application code and data access is your direct duty. Think of it like renting a secure office building. You handle internal safety, like locking desks, while the landlord secures the building itself, structure, entry points, and common areas. For example, you secure your app's code and user access, while SAP BTP protects the underlying platform and infrastructure. This partnership ensures your solutions are protected at every level. SAP provides the building security, you secure your office inside. This means SAP protects the cloud platform's infrastructure, while you are responsible for securing your own applications and data. For example, SAP ensures data centers are physically secure, but you must manage user access to your applications. Remember, your security controls are vital inside the platform SAP protects. Common security threats every enterprise must know. Unauthorized access to systems and data. This occurs when individuals gain entry to SAP systems or information without permission. For example, an attacker steals an employee's login credentials to view confidential customer records. Protecting against this is a fundamental security priority to maintain trust and compliance. Data leaks or exposure of sensitive information. This occurs when private data like customer details or financial records is unintentionally made accessible to unauthorized individuals. For example, misconfigured cloud storage could expose employee payroll data publicly. Always prioritize secure configurations to prevent such critical breaches. Malicious software or attacks on applications. This means harmful programs or deliberate attempts to compromise your applications, often to steal data or disrupt services. For example, a hacker could inject malware into a cloud app to access customer information. Always secure your BTP applications to prevent such intrusions. Accidental mistakes by users or administrators. This means unintentional human errors, like misconfiguring settings or mishandling data, which can create security gaps. For example, an administrator might accidentally grant excessive access rights to an application, exposing sensitive information. Always double-check actions and follow security procedures to prevent such oversights. Your first look at Business Technology Platform security features. BTP provides tools to manage user identities and access. This means you control who can log in and what they can do within your applications. For instance, you can grant developers access to build services while restricting finance staff to only financial apps. These tools ensure your cloud solutions remain secure and compliant with your policies. You can control who sees what data and applications. This means you define permissions so only authorized users access specific information or tools. For example, a sales team can view customer records, but the HR department cannot. This ensures your company's sensitive data is protected and used appropriately. Security monitoring helps detect unusual activity. This means the system constantly watches for anything out of the ordinary, like an unexpected login from a different country. For instance, it can alert you if an employee's account is accessed from an unfamiliar location. This proactive vigilance is essential for protecting your applications and data from potential threats. Encryption protects your data at rest and in transit. This means your stored data and data being sent are converted into unreadable code. For example, when you save customer records in BTP, they are automatically scrambled and only readable with a special key. This ensures your sensitive business information stays secure from unauthorized access at all times. To access the SAP BTP Security and Trust Center, log into your BTP Cockpit account. This means accessing your personalized SAP BTP dashboard using your credentials. For instance, just like signing into your email, you enter your username and password to reach your workspace. This initial step is essential for managing all your cloud resources securely. Look for the Security section in the main navigation. This is the central hub for all security settings and documentation. For instance, if you need to check your system's compliance status, you would navigate here first. This ensures you always know where to manage your security posture effectively. Click on Security and Trust Center. This takes you to a dedicated area for managing your system's safety settings. For example, when setting up a new employee access, you navigate here to assign permissions securely. This action is your first step to ensuring all security configurations are handled properly. This is your central hub for security management. Think of it as your main dashboard where you control all security settings in one place. For example, you can quickly check your system's security status here, just like monitoring your home security system from a single app. This ensures you have a clear and unified view of your security posture at all times. Welcome to the SAP BTP Security and Trust Center. Overview of your security status and alerts. This means you can see a summary of how secure your systems are and get notified about any potential issues. For example, if an unauthorized access attempt occurs, it will show up here. This helps you stay informed and take quick action to protect your environment. Tools for managing user access and permissions. This means you control who can see and do what within your SAP applications. For example, grant sales teams access to customer data but block financial records. Properly setting these ensures only authorized personnel handle sensitive information, safeguarding your business operations effectively. Security configuration settings. These are the controls you use to set up and manage security features for your SAP BTP applications. For example, you can configure password policies to require a minimum length and special characters. Properly configuring these settings is your first line of defense in protecting your cloud applications and data. Compliance and trust documentation. This is where SAP provides official proof that our cloud services meet strict legal and industry standards. For example, a healthcare company can verify we adhere to HIPAA regulations before storing patient data. This documentation is essential for building your confidence in our platform's security. Your role in Business Technology Platform security. Manage user accounts and access rights properly. This means creating accounts only for authorized individuals and assigning them only the permissions they need to do their job. For instance, a developer gets access to development tools but not to production financial data. This foundational practice is essential for maintaining a secure BTE environment. Configure security settings for your applications. This means you set up the rules and tools that keep your app safe, controlling who can access it and what they can do. For example, you might require users to log in with a company ID before they can view sales data. Properly configuring these settings is your direct responsibility to protect application data. Monitor for unusual activity in your space. This means regularly checking for any unexpected or suspicious actions within your BTP account's allocated resources. For example, if you notice a new, unauthorized user was added to your development space without your knowledge. Staying vigilant helps you quickly spot and address potential security issues. Follow security best practices in your development. This means proactively integrating security into your application design and code, not adding it later. For example, always use secure communication protocols like HTTPS instead of HTTP to protect data in transit. Making security a default habit ensures your solutions are robust and trustworthy from the start. Essential security best practices for enterprise environments. Use strong passwords and enable multi-factor authentication. This means creating complex passwords and adding an extra verification step, like a code from your phone. For example, logging into your SAP BTP account requires both your password and a code sent to your device. This dual-layer protection significantly reduces the risk of unauthorized access to your systems. Grant users only the access they actually need. This means giving each person the minimum permissions required for their job, nothing extra. For example, a developer should not have access to financial data in production systems. By limiting access, you significantly reduce the risk of accidental or intentional misuse. Regularly review who has access to what. This means periodically checking user permissions to ensure only authorized people can view or change data. For example, if an employee moves to a different department, their old access rights should be revoked. This ongoing process helps prevent unauthorized access and keeps your applications secure. Keep your applications and components updated. This means regularly installing the latest software versions from SAP. For instance, if a security flaw is found in a service you use, an update will fix it, preventing potential breaches. Staying current is your first line of defense against new threats. Security is an ongoing process that requires continuous attention. Security isn't a one-time setup, it requires ongoing attention. This means you cannot just configure security once and forget it, you must continuously monitor and update it. For example, new system vulnerabilities are discovered regularly, requiring prompt application of security patches. Therefore, maintaining security is a continuous cycle of assessment and improvement. Regular checks help maintain strong security over time. This means consistently reviewing your security settings and access controls, not just setting them once. For example, periodically verifying user roles ensures former employees no longer have system access. By doing this, you protect your applications from evolving threats. Stay informed about new security features and updates. This means regularly checking for and learning about the latest security tools and improvements from SAP. For example, when SAP releases a new authentication method, you should review it to see if it benefits your applications. Consistently updating your knowledge helps protect your systems from emerging threats. Your vigilance helps keep your organization protected. This means you must continuously monitor and respond to security threats. For example, regularly update your access policies to revoke permissions when an employee changes roles. Staying proactive like this builds a strong security culture and prevents unauthorized access. Let's practice navigating to the Security Center. Open your BTP cockpit now. This means accessing the main web interface where you manage your cloud services. For instance, if you were checking user permissions, you'd start here to reach the Security Center. This step is essential for hands-on security management. Find and click on the Security section. This means locating and selecting the area in your SAP BTP cockpit where security tools are managed. For example, a user might do this to set up user authorizations for a new application. This action is your starting point for configuring all security-related services. Explore the Security and Trust Center. This means visiting SAP's central online portal where you can check security updates, compliance certifications, and trust documentation. For example, you could verify that SAP meets specific data privacy standards for your region. This is essential for understanding how SAP protects your applications and data. Notice the different security tools available to you. This means you can see various features like identity authentication and data encryption in one place. For example, you can manage user access and protect sensitive data from a single dashboard. This centralization makes securing your applications straightforward and efficient. You are building a strong security foundation. You now understand why BTP security matters. It protects your applications and data from unauthorized access and threats. For example, a company uses BTP security to ensure only authorized employees can view sensitive customer data, preventing potential breaches. This foundational knowledge is key to building and maintaining secure cloud solutions. You know where to find security tools in the cockpit. This means the SAP BTP cockpit centralizes all security features in a dedicated area, making them easy to access. For example, to manage user authorizations, you navigate directly to the Security section. This straightforward organization helps you efficiently manage your security posture. You understand the shared responsibility model. This means SAP secures the platform itself, while you secure what you build and deploy on it. For example, SAP manages data center security, but you control user access to your applications. Adhering to this division is essential for your overall security posture. You are ready to start applying security best practices. This means you can now use established methods to protect your applications and data on SAP BTP. For example, you will set up user authentication to ensure only authorized personnel can access sensitive financial reports. With this foundation, you are well prepared to implement robust security measures confidently.